Beneath the waves lies a world we were never meant to see. Cameras have captured things in the deep that defy explanation. From strange lights and ghostly creatures, to shadows large enough to swallow a submarine whole. Tonight we're diving into 15 real recordings from the ocean's darkest depths, ranked from the least terrifying to the one that still haunts scientists to this day. Stay until the end, because the last image may change how you see the ocean forever. Number 15. While flying over the Gulf of Mexico at 11,000 feet above the water, a passenger noticed something strange beneath the surface, a massive triangular shape, visible through the clouds and the waves. After zooming in and applying filters, the outline appeared even clearer, a perfect pyramid resting deep under the sea, just off the coast of Yucatan. Some say it's just an optical illusion or a natural formation, but others believe it could be the remains of something ancient, hidden for thousands of years beneath the Gulf's depths. Number 14. In 2011, a team of Swedish divers scanning the floor of the Baltic Sea detected something no sonar had ever shown before. A massive, perfectly round structure resting nearly 90 meters below the surface. Its shape resembled a stone disc, 40 meters wide, with smooth edges and strange geometric lines carved into it. Some claimed it looked like the remains of a crashed UFO. Others thought it was a forgotten Nazi structure lost to time. Despite multiple expeditions, no one has been able to explain what the divers really found that day. And that's why the Baltic Sea Anomaly remains one of the ocean's most haunting mysteries. Number 13. During a flight over the Sea of Japan, a passenger looks out the window and notices something dark moving beneath the surface. At first, it seems like a shadow cast by the plane, but it's far too large, and it's moving in the opposite direction. The footage shows a long, thin object gliding through the water at high speed, keeping pace with the aircraft thousands of feet above. It doesn't match the shape of a submarine or any known vessel. For several minutes, the passenger keeps filming until the object slowly fades into the deep blue below. Some say it's an illusion caused by light refraction. Others believe it's an unidentified submerged object, a USO. Whatever it was, it moved with purpose. And if something that size can stay hidden in plain sight, we've only begun to glimpse what truly lives beneath us. Number 12. In the dark waters of the Gulf of Mexico, a remotely operated vehicle was conducting a routine inspection near an oil platform. Everything seemed normal until a massive shadow appeared beside the structure. A gigantic tuna, nearly 18 feet long, swims into view, dwarfing the industrial equipment around it. For a moment, it circles the camera, revealing features that don't fully match any known species. Experts tried to compare it with the Atlantic bluefin, but the proportions were off. The head too broad, the fins too rigid. No one has since recorded another specimen of that size. Was it a genetic anomaly or something that shouldn't exist at all? That's what makes this footage number 12, a reminder that even familiar creatures can still defy explanation. Number 11. Off the coast of Malta, a diver exploring shallow waters notices something hovering just above the seabed. At first, he thinks it's a plastic bag caught in the current, weightless and formless. But as he reaches out, it moves. The object pulses softly, revealing a perfect, transparent body, alive and completely invisible until it catches the light. The diver describes it as a ghost fish, a creature made entirely of glass, unlike anything he's seen in the 40 years underwater. No bones, no eyes, just a gelatinous form drifting in silence, as if the ocean itself had formed a heartbeat. Scientists have yet to classify what he found that day. For now, it remains one of the sea's quietest mysteries, and a haunting reminder that the strangest life forms are often the ones we can barely see. Number 10. June 19th, 2003. A deep-sea inspection camera records something massive approaching the rig's structure. At first, it looks like a drifting shadow, slow, almost graceful. Then, out of the darkness, a shape takes form. A jellyfish the size of a car, its translucent body glowing faintly as it moves. This was the first confirmed footage of the giant phantom jellyfish, captured nearly a kilometer below the surface in the Gulf of Mexico. Its long, ribbon-like arms stretch out in every direction, each one spanning meters through the water. For decades, this species was known only from rare sightings and dead specimens washed ashore. Seeing one alive, drifting in complete silence, was both mesmerizing and deeply unsettling. That haunting encounter earns it the 10th spot, proof that even the gentlest creatures of the deep can inspire fear. Number 9. In the dark waters of the Gulf of Mexico, a research vessel conducting a routine study suddenly spots a light beneath the surface. At first, the crew believes it's simple bioluminescence, plankton or jellyfish reacting to movement. But as they get closer, the glow intensifies, forming a perfect circular shape far below the boat. It's not drifting, it's fixed, and far too bright for any known marine organism. They deploy sonar to identify the source, but the equipment shows nothing. No structure, no movement, just open water. The crew watches in silence as the light slowly fades, disappearing as suddenly as it appeared. To this day, no one has been able to explain it. Some call it a natural event. Others believe it was a USO, an unidentified submerged object. Whatever it was, it left behind a quiet unease, and a reminder that the ocean doesn't always like to be watched. Number 8. July 11th, 2012. A deep-sea camera positioned more than 3,000 feet below the surface begins recording something extraordinary. At first, it's just a faint movement in the dark, a ripple of motion against the floodlight. Then, from the black water, enormous tentacles slide into frame, wrapping around the camera itself. The creature's mantle comes into view, smooth, pale, and impossibly large. For years, the giant squid was a myth, glimpsed only in fragments or washed ashore in decay. This footage changed that. It was the first time the elusive creature had ever been filmed alive in its natural habitat. Each arm seems to stretch endlessly, brushing the lens before vanishing back into the abyss, silent, graceful, and powerful enough to drag the camera down if it wanted to. That's why this haunting encounter claims number 8, proof that legends of the deep sometimes turn out to be real. Number 7. February 14th, 2025. A deep-sea probe exploring the Mariana Trench captures something moving across the seabed, slowly, almost silently. At first, it seems like a trick of light, a shadow sliding over the sand. Then the camera adjusts, revealing a long, slender creature gliding just above the ocean floor. Its skin glows faintly, pulsing with lines of bioluminescence that move like signals through its body. The organism has no visible eyes, no scales, and moves with an eerie precision, reacting to nothing around it. Researchers estimate it was at least 3 meters long, with a body unlike any known eel or serpent. When the probe's light flickers, the creature curves once and disappears into the darkness. Some call it a new abyssal species, others something far older. Either way, it's one of the rarest and most unnerving forms of life ever caught on camera. Number 6. At a depth of nearly 3,000 meters, a submersible camera records something drifting in complete darkness. At first glance, it seems like a strange object, motionless, almost suspended in the water. Then, the camera's light reveals its full shape, a pale, bell-shaped body with long, thin appendages extending outward like wires. It doesn't move aggressively, it simply floats, as if observing. No one aboard could identify what they were seeing. The footage cuts abruptly after a few seconds, leaving only that eerie image frozen on the screen. And that's what makes it so disturbing, because sometimes what the ocean shows us is all it wants us to see. Number 5. In this recording, a submersible's camera points straight ahead into the dark water. For a moment, everything is calm, just the steady hum of the equipment. Then, from the shadows, a massive shape appears, moving directly toward the lens. Its head, smooth and round, fills the frame before the rest of its enormous body passes overhead. No one knows exactly what it is. Some say it's just a whale, others something much larger, something unknown. The clip ends abruptly, without context or explanation. But the scale, the silence, and the way it seems to notice the camera are what make this moment one of the most unsettling ever filmed in the deep. Number 4. During an underwater exploration, the camera slowly scans across the ocean floor. Everything appears still, quiet and empty. Then, at the edge of the light, a faint shadow crosses the frame. It moves slowly, almost blending with the surrounding darkness. No shape is clearly visible, and the object never comes closer. The footage ends just as it began, with nothing but silence and a dim blue glow filling the screen. No one has been able to explain what the camera recorded that day, or why the shadows seem to move against the current. Sometimes, the ocean shows only enough to remind us that something else is there, just beyond the light. Number 3. A diver's camera captures a dark, rounded figure moving slowly through the water. At first, it seems like a ray gliding near the seabed, but the shape is thicker, more vertical, and doesn't match any known outline. It drifts in silence, its movements too controlled to be a drifting object, yet too slow for a fish. The diver keeps filming, unsure if it's approaching or simply passing by. Its form remains indistinct, a silhouette that never fully reveals itself. Whether it's an unknown species or just a trick of depth and distance, this brief recording is enough to remind us how little we truly know about what moves beneath us. Number 2. A camera captures something drifting in total darkness. A pale, twisted figure moving in slow motion through the water. Its shape resembles a cluster of limbs, curling and folding in every direction, almost like a creature made of many bodies at once. It turns and rotates silently, with no sign of propulsion or clear anatomy. There's no context for where or when this was filmed. Number 1. In 2004, an oil platform maintenance crew in the Gulf of Mexico was conducting a routine inspection nearly 3,000 meters below the surface. One of their ROV cameras captured a strange image later archived as frame 27056 E02. At first glance, it seemed like a blurry shot of the seafloor, until the contrast was enhanced. That's when technicians noticed a gigantic semi-transparent shape coiling around the body of a whale. Its structure resembled a colossal squid, but its proportions were beyond anything known to science. Hours later, the file reportedly vanished from the system and was replaced by a cropped version. Only one technician claimed to have saved the original on an external drive, the same image that now circulates online under the name The Whale Eater of the Abyss. Its authenticity remains unproven, but deep-sea researchers agree on one thing. At those depths, most life forms remain completely unknown,